Hola mi gente, ¿cómo están? Aquí Alba Mar con ustedes. Me pueden decir Alba, el canal se llama Seriela. Estamos aquí para hablar de libros y algunos en español desde Puerto Rico. Good afternoon, people. This is Alba Mar. You may call me Alba. The channel name is Seriela, and we're here to talk about books, except that today, this is a tag. I have been tagged by the wonderful Alan Moreton, who I recently subscribed to. He's new to me. Please visit him and subscribe. Has a wonderful channel and has some good plans for his channel coming up also. But what happened? Alan originated this tag called the 10 BookTubers Personalities Tag, also known as where Alba's indecision and anxiety is triggered, because you'll see by the prompts. Question number 1. Which booktuber underrates themselves? Oh my Lord, I have to wipe my brow. It's hot here in Puerto Rico, and the question doesn't help either. Well, I have noticed maybe Reader Woman underrates her abilities. Have you seen Reader Woman? Go subscribe. Judy, I enjoy her channel. Then there's Mercedes at Mercy's Bookish Musings. That's another one possibility. She even says it in the introduction to her channel. Yeah, no reason for it, Mercedes. But I'm going to choose Kevs at KJ Reads Pages, who is my neighbor here in the town next door. A young man who reads not exactly what I read, but who has had his channel running for a while now, up in the mountains of Villalba. So go show Kevs some love. I'm glad to see him back on BookTube after a brief absence. Number 2, which booktuber doesn't take themselves too seriously? Oh Lord, there are a few. There is Guitar, the Guitar Book Review. Have you seen him? Go check out that channel. Who doesn't take themselves seriously besides Sean, the Book Maniac? Besides Jay Shay? I'm going to go with the lovely Tatiana over at Musical Tati. I love Tati, Musical Tati. I love her channel, and I love her reviews. She has some wonderful books that she shares with us, and her passion for what she reads is contagious. So yeah. Which booktuber has an understated delivery? Are you noticing a trend here in Alan's questions? Which booktuber has an understated delivery? There's MCS Books, and there's Marian Ryan, who also did a version of this tag. I'll link it down below. Matthew and MCS Books. I think I'm going for a tie. A tie for the understated delivery between Alicia at Pretty Brown Eye Reader and Lisa, my Lisa, at Lichen Books. There will be linked down below. What booktuber has a quirky, rambly style? Oh, so many. I don't know why Alan does this to me. How am I going to choose? There's Johnny Keene. There's Roz, the delightfully amusing Roz from South Africa at A Journey Through Books. There's Jason at Old Blues chapter and verse when he knits while he's rambling. There's Big Al Books. I love her. But I'm going to stick with another tie. Michael at Michael Reads, who up till now has been reading mostly short story collections. And Justin at Ghost Reader, he has a very quirky style. Number 5, which booktuber reads highbrow literature? Oh, Lord Alan, why do you do this to me? You mean besides good old Steve Donahue? There's Lukash at Totally Pretentious. That's a possibility. There's Joseph Francis Burton with his series on the Apocrypha. Yeah, there's Garden Scriptorium. There's Elena Makridova. I'm going to stick with a new channel. Postmodern Poetry? I think that's the title. I'm going to link it down below. Which booktuber has a quiet demeanor? Oh, so many booktubers have a quiet demeanor, Alan. Yeah. There's Anna Francesca, has a quiet demeanor. There's Jacqueline at 6 Minutes for Me. There's Remembered Reads. There's Ange at Beyond the Pages. There's Spinster's Library also. But I'm going to stick with somebody who has a quiet demeanor because his booktube videos are in sign language. And that's someone new that I've subscribed to is Rogan Shannon. I think he's hosting Pride readathon for this month. And another tie for this one is Paola Mancera. Paola Mancera is one of the first booktubers that I subscribed to, a young lady who is living in Mexico, does her videos in English, and she's been absent for a little while. I assume it's for because she's been studying, and I hope she comes back soon. I love her channel. Which booktuber has intelligence and depth? Really? Are you going to put me on this spot? So many booktubers have intelligence and depth. There's Jennifer at Insert Literary Pun. There's Heidi at My Reading Life. There's Eric Carl Anderson. There's Amy Gets Lit. There's Britta Bowler. There's Mel at Mel's Book Blind Adventures. There's Katie at Books and Things. But I'm going to pick another tie. There's Adriana at Perpetual Pages, which always leaves me flabbergasted with her intelligence and depth when she reviews. And Jerry at Onyx Pages, which has taught me so much and is still teaching me so much about science fiction, speculative fiction, and Afrofuturism, and how to go about thinking about it. So yeah, which booktuber is warm and friendly? Alan, are you trying to put me on the spot? So many booktubers who are warm and friendly. How am I going to choose? There's Kathy Trithart. There's Doris. Doris at Aldi Books. Olive at A Book Olive. Karen at Run Right Reads. Mara at Book Like Woe. Sue's Book Nook. Lindsay's Book Life. But I am going to stick with PETA at Comfycozyup. Just like the title of her channel, Comfy Cozy. That's how warm and friendly PETA is. And she has a blog, and I will link that one down below too. Going along with the thread that Alan is going for here. You got it? Underrating, self-deprecating, quiet, understated. Number 9 is, which booktuber is self-deprecating? Well, there's Amy Anders, there's Petra Yu, but I am going to choose Nikki at Exo Nikki and Steph at Time to Read. I find both of them self-deprecating in their videos without need, because they do their job reviewing books very well, and vlogging also. So yeah. And number 10, again, following that same line and thread, which booktuber has a quiet, measured delivery? I think Alan is going for a message here. There's Paul at PK Reads. There's Robert at Barter Hordes. But I am going to choose Unicorn from the Bookish Land. I love her measured and quiet delivery. Before I finish this tag, I was noticing as I researched and was trying to choose between all these booktubers that Alan had wanted me to choose from, that I just wanted to make a shout out to the librarians, the many, many librarians who are booktubers here, because I love libraries, I miss them very much, and I love librarians. And there are quite a few here. And if I leave somebody else, leave some librarian out of this list, please forgive me. And include them down below in the comments and remind me. What I could remember was Bookish Realm, who had been absent for a while, and she just finished her studies. There's the Novel Sanctuary. There's Todd the Librarian. There's Mark at Richardson Reads. And there's What Page Are You On? If there's any other, remind me down there in the comments. I also noticed as I was going through these lists and watching old videos that there are quite a few booktubers who have participated or have podcasts. I'm going to link Steph's participation in a podcast down below. It has to do with works in translation. My name is Marines. Participates in the podcast The Snark Squad. And then Jordan at Left on Red also has a podcast, sometimes with her husband. Very, very engaging when they discuss books and movies together. And I think that's it. And if you know anybody else, there's also Kenra Winchester, right? If you know any other podcasts, please include them down in the comments below, so that I can start listening to book podcasts myself. Okay? So thank you very much for tagging me, Alan, and I hope to see you again soon. And keep reading, because that's what I'm going to do. I have a lot to read for this month. So take care. Cuídense mucho. Adiós.